I don't know what just happened. That was weird. The whole little situation was weird. Um, but yes. Okay, let's try this again. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie D. I'm waiting for my guy Prez to log on so we can start this and get this official boys club conversation started tonight. Thanks everybody for logging in. Yo, do me a favor. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So yeah, man, J. Paul, technical difficulties, bro. This shit is crazy. But yo, everybody, tell a friend to tell a friend. Share the live. We are now officially live. I'm about to log Prez on so we can get started for the night. Y'all know how we do every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. We are in the building, waiting for my guy Prez. There you go. Yo,
What up? What up? What up?
What up? That was definitely
Okay.
weird what just happened. I was on
Yeah.
here.
What happened?
I was on here waiting for you, and then the shit just kicked me off. But then when I came back, I was still on, and it said I had a bad connection, but it was weird. But anyway, we here. So yo, 7:30 p.m. You know what we do? Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, share the live so everybody knows we here, and we getting it popping. 7:30, the boys club.
Okay, Rich. Let's get into it. And again, first and foremost, everybody who's been following us, thanks for coming back one more week. We love and respect the fact that we got people really checking into our conversation. So thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Do me a favor if you can, go ahead and tag some of your friends. If you love what we do, like truly love what we do, please tag your girlfriends, tag your boyfriends. If you're in a relationship, you need to be watching this with your man. Um, just don't get the information
Don't.
and go back to him with it. Watch it with him. Okay, Rich, you ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
All right, so I mean, it's nothing happening in pop culture these days. Like, I love to start these conversations off, but for the last few weeks, it ain't really been nothing happening out there. Kanye West, him and his girl, Kim Kardashian, going through a divorce. We know that. Kanye literally has been publicly making a plea to get his family back together. He don't want to lose Kim. But he's still like he's going public week after week after week with a new woman and going hard with him. At the same time, he's making a plea to get his family back. So it just got me to thinking, number one, we know the women are playing themselves. We get that. And Kanye's playing himself. Like, if you're going to be with Kim, be by yourself. Show her you real. But do women, and I'm going to try to ask this question the best way I can. If a dude just broke up with the love of his life, with his ex-wife, his baby mama, everybody know them two together. And then he move on to another woman. And she out here like really claiming this dude. Is she setting herself up for failure? Is she setting herself up knowing that this man, he got his family still in his heart? He got everything about him is with his ex. But here you go and you trying to get in the picture and you claiming this dude. Is that just a setup for failure?
I think it all depends on, to me, it depends on how the relationship ended. Kim is gone. So all that family in your heart shit, that's out the window. Kim is gone. She's sick of the shenanigans. She's sick of the games. She's sick of the BS. All the weirdo shit that nigga doing. She's sick of it. Now, would that be like, this guy is right? Like, now with him, he's making it clear. Like, any girl that gets with Kanye West right now, he's making it very clear. I want my family back. To the point that these girls are only clout chasing. These girls are not even really trying to be with him. They're clout chasing because they know that he's about to bring so much notoriety or social media to them that he's about to literally make these girls stars for the next whatever. That's weirdo shit. To sit on there and literally say how much you want your family back and you love your family and you move across the street and you are literally cyberbullying this dude, Davidson or whatever, Pete, whatever his name is. But yet you got these girls and you got lookalikes and all of that shit. That shit is weird, bro. Like, that shit is weird. And it almost, and these moves that he's making are absolutely transactional, because these women they can't in their heart of hearts have any emotional ties to this, because it's so clear what he's doing, not even by actions, but he's verbalizing the shit every chance he get. Now, with that being said, I don't know, dude got some kind of shit going on with him, but man, I can't explain it. The shit is just, that's not how you get your family back, though. Like, letting them, like, you are literally showing everybody how crazy you really are. Like, you are really, like, having, like, what appears to be a cyber meltdown. And the crazy shit is, like, the people around you are not giving you this proper information. Like, they're not disseminating how nuts you look out here. They're not stopping you from doing this shit. Or maybe they just can't stop you. In which case, that's an even bigger problem. But for me, a girl who is dealing with a dude fresh off a relationship, you should be expecting to be the rebound. Because the dude, until he understands that it's over, then he has his family in his heart, you will forever be the rebound. And usually people get back together, I don't know, 50 million times before they actually, call it quits. Unless you out here doing what Ye is doing, in which case Kim is like, yo, bro, you really are just showing me how ludicrous and insane you are. And you are literally pushing me further away with every single action you make. But most people don't do that. Most people will probably be in a relationship, break up, go mess with somebody else. That girl's about to get her heart broke, because as soon as your baby moms or your wife or whoever says, come on home, you packing your shit and leaving. So there's always that. I think it takes time. I think you should take time when you break up and you get out of a relationship.
Nah, I mean, I think, this Kanye Kim thing, we get it. This man is emotionally unstable. Everything about him shows the world, I got some real issues going on. I need help. He's admittedly bipolar, all of that stuff, so we get it. Mm-hmm. But in real life, I think that any woman who, because there's women out there, Rich, like I know, they date men, who's fresh up out of a long-term relationship, and they actually think that it's going to work, that they got a shot. And, Kanye, we get it. The girls he's dating, they're clout chasing. We know that. They looking for a come up. They know, if I date Kanye West, I'm going to be on page 6. I'm going to be in TMZ. I'm going to be on the Shade Room and Baller Alert, and we get it. For them, all I got to do is give up some ass, and I'm good. And I'm going to catch 2 million followers off this. I might be off the scene 6 weeks from now, but I got more followers in 6 weeks than I got in the last 10 years. So we get their motive. But for women who think, yo, I got a chance with a man who just left his family and is very public about the fact that I love my family, I think you setting yourself up for hurt. You got to know this is a rebound. So I don't know what the time limit is in terms of when you should start dating a man who just broke up with his family, or what it is that you should be looking for. Is he taking me serious, or am I a real rebound? But I do know any man that is running around the streets talking about my family, my family, my family, my family, if he's sleeping with you, if he's out in public with you, if he's going to dinner and he's calling you his girl, you're not his girl. It's just that simple. You are somebody who I'm dealing with for the moment, but if my ex gives me the time of day, I'm out of here. And I don't care what I told you. I don't care how special I make you feel. I don't care about none of that. My heart is back home. So I think it's always, I think women should go into, especially with a man who ain't been broke up with that person, his wife, his baby mother. Um, they ain't even been broke up for 6 months. They ain't
Right.
been broke up for a year. I think it's dangerous territory. And I think you can lie to yourself all you want and think that you hold a place in his heart. But truth be told, his heart is back home. And you putting yourself in a situation that now you giving him your heart. And a nigga's gonna be a nigga. He gonna tell you what you want to hear, all that. It might be some dudes who let it be known like, yo, actually, I don't know too many dudes who gonna be like, yo, if my ex come calling, I'm going back. It might be a dude or two out there like that, but for the most part, I think you gotta know you are a rebound. You gotta know that.
And quite frankly, the game is so crazy right now out here that people are okay with being the rebound. It just depends on what you can get out of it. Everything in this world today is transactional. Everything is about what can I get? What can I get in the interim? What am I going to do in the meanwhile? What is going to come to me after I subject myself to whatever bullshit that's coming along? Is it going to be followers? Is it going to be bags? Is it going to be watches? Is it going to be cars? Is it going to be whatever the case may be? Everything is transactional. And that's why this world is so, and I repeat this, and I'll say the same thing I say every week. The game, the life, the world we live in right now, this new world order is fucked up, my guy. It is messed up. It is a horrible place to live and date. It really is.
Yo, so
The
you
way
really
people, it's a
go
mindset.
ahead.
The mindset is so different now. The mindset is so different now that it's all coming from a different place, a place that like we not used to ever seeing it come from. Or at least, let me say this: it's always come from this place, but people are so comfortable with it coming from that they don't even hide it no more. Like it's like people don't even hide the stuff that we thought was so wrong, and it was stuff that people would never do verbally or optical, where you could not see people do these things or watch people behave this way. But today, that shit is the norm. And it's weird to me, bro. It's so fucking weird to me. Like, but this
Yo,
is
so
this
let
is
me
the
ask you this then, Rich. Let me ask you, do women even have a shot then, like real women? Because you speaking from a perspective that is your reality. You're not sitting over here trying to get a soundbite. You say this every freaking week. We get into these conversations. So I know deep in your heart, you believe, yo, these relationships are transactional. It is what, and actually, to use your words, it's a race. How much can I get out of you before this thing is over? Do real women even have a shot? Because if this is the mentality of men these days, based on the actions of women or a lot of women in this new world that we live in, do real women even have a shot? Or is every man coming into a situation feeling like you feel?
okay. I will say this. It used to be the opposite. It used to be good women were there, they were prevalent, everybody rocked with a good woman, and then you fuck it up. Now you will lose good women thinking that she's like everybody else. It's almost like you have to prove your worth now. Like before, like you know how back in the day your teacher would be like, yo, you come in the classroom, you start with an A until you start getting grades, and as you get grades, your grade will drop. If you don't continue to maintain that A, your grade will drop. That's how relationships used to be. You come in, you meet somebody, you like them, you give them the benefit of the doubt. And you let them show you who they are, and then you believe them. Nowadays, you see somebody, you like them, and you go into the relationship with your eyes open and your ears open and you're weary and you're trying to figure out like what's her motivation, what's she trying to get from me, or what he trying to get from me, and you end up making good people work harder for what they shouldn't be working hard for at all. It should be a reciprocal situation where both of y'all are just intertwined and you're feeling each other. But now the game is so fucked up that chances are one of y'all is being like, I gotta make this person work extra hard to show me their work, because the game is so fucked up today that I don't know who's what. I don't know up from down anymore. So you end up losing good people because they're like, yo, I'm a good dude, or I'm a good chick. I'm not bending over backwards for this dude. Like, you're not making me jump through hoops. And I'm here for the right reasons. But you end up losing them. And that goes for men and women. You end up losing them because you're making people jump through hoops, or you're making them show you their worth, when in reality, that's not how it should be. It should be the other way around. But the game is so nasty now, and that's how people are literally going into relationships. That's how older people are going into relationships. That's how I would say 35 plus, man, maybe 40 plus, maybe 38 plus is going into relationships with that mindset. Because the kids are reciprocal. The kids are transactional. They're 100% transactional. What can you do for me in the moment? What are we doing? What is this relationship going to bring me? What are you giving me versus what am I giving you? And there's absolutely no feelings involved, which is why people are able to jump around so freely and so quickly, is because there's no feeling. And once you either get what you want from the relationship, I always tell you this, relationships are a race in 2022. Relationships are a race. Who can get what from who first? Can you get me to the island that I want to go to? Can you get me the watch that I want to get? Can you get me the bag that I've been stalking? Versus, can I beat it? Can I get you to come to the crib? Can I get you to be that girl who's, acting right and doing these things? It's a race. And it's a sad state of affairs. But that's literally what it is. And I'm speaking as an older man who dibbles and dabbles in a younger demographic by virtue of what I do, right? So I'm privy enough to be able to sit in those situations and be like, this is what's going on here. I know what's going on here. But I'm old enough to know what's right and what's wrong and how I was taught versus how my relationships used to be when we were at Bad Boy in the 2000s, you know what I mean? And we were coming up, and it was always the groupies and stuff like that, but it was never a girl meeting you on the first day and you be like, yo, so what's up? And you expect her to be like, oh, tomorrow we do dinner. And she's like, what's good, nigga? I come home with you now. What you got on this pussy? I'll come home with you right now. What's up? What you got on this pussy though? Or you meet a girl online and it's like, yo, what's up? Oh, you're so beautiful. Yo, what you doing tomorrow for drinks? Nigga, drinks. Skip drinks. I'm looking for that bag. What you got? We don't need to go get drinks. I'm gonna send you my Cash App though. So whatever you thought you was finna do by proxy, you finna do by demand. Whatever you thought you was finna do by proxy, you finna do by demand, because we finna cut all that proxy shit out, all the dating and the movies and the dinners and all drinks and hookah and all that. Nah, nigga, get on my Cash App. And that's how they move. And that's the truth.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, listening to you, Rich, is depressing. I'm a man.
It is
like I'm a man, and I'm depressed listening to you. Like if this can't be what it's like out there. Now, in my head, I'm wondering if Richie is meeting a certain kind of women by virtue of what you do, or is this just what the game is? And if this is what the game is in 2022, then real women don't have a chance. They just don't have a chance, because any real man is going to come into a situation already thinking to himself, I know what you about. because I know what all y'all about. And I'm not about to put all this extra time, work, this, that, and the third in. Let's just make it transactional. I get what I want, you get what you want. Love don't even matter no more. And maybe I'm just old school, but love gotta matter. I gotta believe. I know it's a bunch of dudes out there, and I'm talking, and maybe I'm just the old man right now. Like love gotta matter. It has to still matter. I can't believe that we live in a new world. Yes, I get it. You know, social media, um, got men and women have with certain expectations from each other. I get that it's very transactional, but I also gotta know that that's just a small percentage of the people out there. It's still some real good women in this world. I gotta
Okay.
believe that. And I will also, just give me a second.
Mhm.
I also know that there's some real men out here who are looking for real good women. They're looking for them. And listening to you, Rich, I'm just telling you, I'm damn near depressed. I
But you,
go ahead.
but see, it's there's always going to be the exception to the rule. There's always going to be women who are out here for the right reasons and men are out here for the right reasons. So you're absolutely correct in your thinking. But it used to be the numbers. It's not about that they don't exist anymore. It's about when you go into that gold mine and you start digging up for gold in the coal, you're more apt to find more. But as time goes on, the chances are slimmer and slimmer to the point where you just be digging forever, looking and looking, when it didn't used to be like that. It used to be different. You used to go into the gold mine and you could start and you find the woman and you meet her, and that was good. But now the pickings are so slim because, like, think about this. Remember when people used to get mad about rap music? And let's just use music because we both music people. People used to talk about rap music. They used to talk about drugs. They used to talk about shooting. They used to talk about fighting. They used to talk about all this stuff that everybody was like, oh my God, y'all are fucking up the youth. Y'all are killing the youth. The youth are out here gang banging and doing all these things by virtue of what they're hearing on these records. Sean, you're still a music guy. Just listen to what the kids are saying today. Just listen to the rap. City girls are up. Future's talking about giving everybody watches. The baby talking about side pieces. All your favorite Cardi is doing what Cardi do. Like, the truth of the matter is, it's hard. And then you got J-Lo making movies about drugging niggas and taking their money. Like, this is the culture. This is the new world order. We're old enough to be able to look back at it and say, I don't want to be in that. But if you're growing up in that, then you're in that. We were growing up in crack, in the crack era. People were smoking crack. And it was like, oh my God. But if you were not a part of that era, then you could pretty much be like, I don't want to fuck with that. I see what it's doing to people. I don't want no parts of that. But if you grew up in it, it was like that guy used to smoke weed. This dude smoked crack because that's what we do at this time of the life. That's what these relationships have become. The girls are like, yo, I want to be like Shorty. And then niggas like, our guy ain't making shit no better. He's the culprit. He's nigga, you like, we love you, but you, what are you doing? What are you doing out here, bro? Like, you look nuts. And you know what you're doing? Is you creating a scenario in which niggas look at people like us like that, because now it becomes, I gotta be able to get it. And if those are the dudes, and if those dudes is that age group, or these dudes is like that, then they must be like that. And that's what's killing it. That's what people are not understanding. Like, there are still good women out there. There will always be good women out there. And there will always be bad women out there. But the numbers are so skewed to now. It used to be where it's like, oh, you find the good one, you find the bad one, you take your chances. Now it's like, you're going to find 8 bad ones for every 2 good ones. And that's the same thing. It's the same thing with the girls. Dudes don't want relationships. They want 50 girls. If you got auxiliary income and you're able to go buy a bag here and do something there, and you got a little cash app situation, you can slide in DMs and fuck who you want to fuck. That's the real. And people don't want to hear that, but that's the real. If you got a couple of bucks, you can fuck who you want to fuck. It's not about, it used to be where, yo, I'm a good looking dude. Like, I take offense to a motherfucker coming to me asking me for anything because I'm a pretty boy. So that shit bothers me that you had the fucking audacity to come here and think that it was about anything else other than how I look. That's why you should give me some box. But now it's like, I don't care how you look. What are you picking me up in? And where is the Cash App, the Zelle, the PayPal? I need all that.
There you go. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, and we'll switch topics because the more we talk about this, obviously we have these real, very real conversations. We have conversations from a man's point of view. Just first and foremost is thank God I ain't out there. But because if this is what the reality is, nigga, I will be alone, happy, because it just can't be like this. So as much as I hear you say that, I'm a choose to live in fantasy world. I understand that's what exists out there. I get it. I'm living in this world just like you are. But I can't believe that this is the norm. I got to believe that this is the exception to the norm. But it's just popularized. I can't believe that some young woman right now, 19 years old, 18, is looking in the mirror. She's still going through her body changing, unsure about herself. Self-esteem is not all the way up. And for her, it's all about what can a nigga do for me? I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that there's somebody in their 30s right now, Rich. I refuse to believe. I get it. It happens. I know it. But I refuse to believe that the majority of the women out there, good women, have been replaced with a bunch of women who are saying, yo, I will give you the box, but you got to give me the Cash App. You got to give me the Zelle. You got to give me the Birkin. You got to pick me up in something fly. Hell no. Again, maybe I'm just showing Sean is just old. I understand. I know. I know what's in the songs. I understand what's popularized on social media, but I also know, yo, we human beings. Women want a faithful man. A man want a faithful woman. At the end of the day, but go ahead.
2 words.
Go ahead.
2 words. Well, 1 word, prefix word. Desensitized. Over time, people are becoming desensitized. And when we write our book, we can start this chapter with strip clubs 2000. When the world started going from nightclubs to strip clubs around 2000, when everybody wanted that Atlanta lifestyle, and New York, which was a club lifestyle, started turning into that Atlanta lifestyle where the strip clubs became a hangout spot. And it wasn't about going seeing girls. It was about going there because that's where the party's at. Shit started becoming transactional. And then the next level was social media. So now you have a transactional society with social media, which creates so much accessibility that now the transactional has met the access, and the shit is fucked up. Transaction has met accessibility. So they have filtered into the normal man's world because of the booty model. Colombia, Dominican, Venezuela. Everybody's getting their bodies done. Everybody look good. Every girl keeping up with the Joneses. Every girl aspires to be this girl. So when you find out what that girl does and you aspire to be her, it doesn't really not make sense anymore. If I'm in love with this girl who I aspire to be, let's just use a name, and I'm not saying Shorty is anything, I'm just using the name. Bernice Burgos, Stephanie Santiago. These are the girls that these young girls aspire to be. So if in fact you find out that one of these girls or both of these girls are out here working and doing this, and this is how they do what they do, you're going to look at it and say, oh, wow, that's not such a bad life. If she can do it, I can definitely do it. And I aspire to be her, and she's fly, and she got 6 million followers, and niggas go crazy for her. Why wouldn't I follow suit? Why wouldn't I follow suit?
Okay, so I gotta ask the question because I want to get on to some other topics before we let the callers in. But I say this every week. Okay, you got 6 million followers. Do you have a man? Do you have somebody who claims you? Do you have somebody who is ready to say, yo, you know what? You're mine. And I'm not messing with none of them other chicks out there. So on the surface, all that look good. I get it. It looked good. You dress right. You're shaped right. Your body is banging. You got wild social media. But what you don't have is a real man. You can't pay a nigga to stay with you. You cannot pay a dude to claim you. And if a dude do claim you, it's short-lived. It's in and out. So and I don't want to even use those women's name because I don't want to attach it to any one particular woman. But so let's just say any woman who look like they popping out here. They look like, yo, I'm aspirational. They might have it all. They got money. They got niggas cash happening. They got everything but a man. And that's the part that I don't get. Like if I'm a woman and we speak from a man's point of view, you are aspiring to be alone. You're aspiring, if those girls are goals, if the chick who got niggas tricking on them, if the chick who is flying from wherever she lived to exotic locations, she able to take pictures on boats, feet up in the sand, this, that, and the third. You got it all, but you don't have a freaking man. You are used pussy. That's what it is. You're rented pussy.
This is what you fuck up at. This is
okay. Go ahead.
They don't care about having a man. They don't care.
No, okay. Then this is where me and you disagree. This is where me and you disagree. A woman is a woman. Is a woman is a woman. I don't care what. Nigga, you worked in the industry just like I did, right? And it was a running freaking joke. You would see some of these girls come in and they at every club and they networking, they know everybody, this, that, and the third, till they get in their 30s, and then they get wiped up. They did it long enough to somebody wipe them up like, yo, thank God, because I could not run this race any longer. I believe in any woman's heart of hearts, or in most. I'm not going to say all. I'm going to say most. Most women today desire the same thing that our grandmothers and their grandmothers and women since the beginning of time has desired. I want a good man. I want a man to love me. I want a man to take me serious. I want a man who is mine. And it don't matter if he is in a room full of women drooling all over him. He still comes home to me because that, Rich, we don't agree to disagree on this. All that stuff might be aspirational on the surface, but when them women are sitting home after a nigga done hit it and sent them in an Uber back to wherever They are now in a room with the lights turned off, feeling like a skank, feeling like I got used again. There's no way you can make me believe this.
You know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
In this moment, I just discovered what you're doing wrong.
Who, me or women?
What you're doing wrong.
Go ahead, tell me.
You're thinking like yourself.
Huh?
You're thinking like yourself. And I used to do that. And I couldn't understand it because I only can think like me. You can only think like you, and through our experiences and how we moved and what we are. Today's kids aren't that anymore. That's what's crazy. You're thinking like Sean Prez. You're not taking yourself out of your body and having this out-of-body moment where you're now the ghost of Christmas past and you're looking at everything from a different perspective, right? You're only thinking like yourself, and you can't fathom the shit because this ain't no way in hell can you absolutely in your mind grip what niggas are doing today. Because in your mind, that's the craziest shit, and there's no way that this could happen. There's no fucking way that people are actually moving like this. But if you took yourself out of your own body and you started to look down on the situations and you went to the club and you did this and you watched and you was on social media and you was moving in this world, then you would be like, yo, my nigga, I'm absolutely freaking blown away. You would be blown away because you would be like, how is this even possible? It doesn't even make sense to me, but it's not supposed to because you're who you are. And we don't move like that. And that's why I'd rather sit here on live with you than be in the club. Because when I'm in the club, bitches think I'm one of these dudes. And I'm not one of them dudes. So we're never gonna be compatible. Because you're thinking I'm him because you see me on TV or we might move in the same circle. But the reality is I'm you. So now when they look at it, it's like, it's a no-win situation for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you're out here, and then that's when it goes back to the race. Then it becomes a race, and it becomes how much can I get from Richie Dollars before Richie Dollars kicks in, and his ego kicks in, and his narcissism kicks in, and everything that he got going on kicks in, and he stops obliging me because now he's starting to feel offended because I'm feeling like that's why you here, and that's offensive to me. And that's how you are, which is why you can't understand these kids today.
Nah, I can't. But here's the deal. You also said people up until 40 and late 30s. Nigga, you grown at that point. You're no longer in the category of I'm a kid. You in your mid to late 30s. You done already crossed 40. And this is the way you thinking? Nah, you deserve to be alone. You deserve whatever you get at that point. Because life, nigga, life is about evolving. It's about experiences. It's about learning from your past. If you telling me at 30-something years old, you're still meeting women that are talking about Cash App, what are you doing for me? I'll give you the box if you give me a bag. That sounds and truth be told, if I was out there and a woman who then got that first gray hair on her head, like she in her 30s, and now the gray hair, like she done got her first one. You're too damn old to be thinking and moving like that. You're no longer dyeing your hair because you want to change the color. You're dyeing your hair to hide grays, and you're telling me this is the way you're still moving? Like you a kid? Like you deserve whatever you get. And I'm just like, again, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna reel it back in. I don't want to believe. I can't believe because it's depressing. It's depressing to think that this is what women and men are doing out there. It's transactional and it's all about how much I can get from you before me and you break up. That's crazy. But let's switch topics for a second. Um, it's kind of the same vein, but I want to run this. I want to talk to you from a man's point of view. Is it ever a good time? Like, when is a good time for women to send nude photos of themselves? We live in a very different world where, once upon a time that was very taboo. Now, not so much. People got nude photos of themselves literally on their phone right now that they take in advance, and I send it out when. But if a woman is talking to a dude, she getting to know a nigga, and dudes is gonna be dudes. Send me a picture. Number one, is it ever a good time for a woman to take that risk? Because once them pictures is out there, they out there. Or does it even matter?
As a woman,
Mm-hmm.
as a man, I don't ask for nude pics because I'm not reciprocal. Now, if you volunteer some shit, then that's fine. And if you volunteer some shit and lets me know where you at with it, then, but the reality for me is that I feel uncomfortable asking for pics because you always get the, well, when are you going to send me one? And I'm never going to send you one. So just send me some. And that sounds like a real piece of shit, right? So for a woman to send a man a pic, you have to be comfortable. But this goes back to where we are right now in this world. The body isn't what we always talk about, that the vaginal value, right? We always talk about what women think of themselves. We always talk about how their values are. The values that we grew up on are not values anymore. A nude picture floating on the internet means nothing but more followers. It means nothing but more niggas in your inbox. It means nothing to that. So this is not something that people fear anymore. Like, that's not something that people, like, we feared that. Like, oh my God, I gotta live with the fact that she got this motherfucking thing out there floating in the universe. And at any given moment, that shit could do that. But with the OnlyFans and all the different in the Twitter, in the all the different little platforms, that TikTok, in all of them. What's the other one? There's another one. There's like,
What? Snap?
Snapchat. So with all these things going on right here, it's not what it used to be. The reality is, if you go get your motherfucking body done, right? Let's just use Paula say for what it is. You go spend $5,000 on your motherfucking titties. You go spend another $2,500 on a Brazilian butt lift. You go and you get some shit sucked up out your gut, and motherfucker, you want to put news in the atmosphere. But nigga, y'all better see what the fuck I just spent this 15 racks on and appreciate this shit. Now. Fuck out of here. I'm scared? No, nigga, please leak that picture. It's only gonna help my business. It's only gonna help my business. So now it's a different mindset. It's a different mindset. What people used to be worried about, they're not worried about no more. Because of the way the social media works, the way the women are moving, the way that everything is competitive. Like they want to show you that they look as good as the next one, and the older women want to show you that they look as good as the younger ones. And it's just the social media has created such a competitive atmosphere for us to live in. It's like the Wild Wild West now, man. It's like anything fucking goes. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that there's going to be women who do not do that. Because like I'm saying, there are good women out there. There are women who won't send nudes. There are women who respect themselves. There are women who have substance. All the people that are saying all these things on the chat, that women, but it used to be where those women were the bigger picture. Now they're the minority. The majority has become the minority. And that's all I'm saying. And that's all I'm saying in this whole world. Nobody's mad. Nobody's angry. Hell, I love it. I live in it. I don't know. I'm not. Let me take that back. I play in it. But when I want to get out of it, I get the fuck out of it. Right? I go home and here I am. But The Kardashians changed it back in the day. The Kim K sex tape, like that made her a star. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it just the way the world operates, the things that we used to fear are things that people are winning for. So now how could you be fearful of something that you are visibly watching somebody take off because they did it? It makes you want to do it. And the young kids that are coming up under that, they don't look back at it and say, damn, that couldn't be me. They look up at it and say, damn, that should be me.
Again, nigga, I'm just dated. So I'm gonna speak from the old man point of view. All right. The question was, when is it a safe time to send nudes?
You can lead with them shits now.
That's crazy. You said
You
you
can
can
lead.
lead with them. That's crazy. I would say if you think if a dude is stressing you about send me some pictures, you better know in your heart and in your soul, number one, who you sending them pictures to, and number two, this man better have claimed you. This man better be moving different out here, unless you don't care if those pictures wind up on the internet one day. If not, hold back on them because it's a dangerous game in 2022. It's always been a dangerous game to let one of them joints fly. But if you are getting serious with somebody, I would say wait until that man done seen you with no clothes on and he done proved to you I ain't going nowhere. But to send it in advance and y'all don't have no commitment to each other, it's too dangerous out here. And I would tell any woman, it's okay to be like, nah, like I don't do that. So you can see the real thing. But to send to a dude you ain't got no commitment with, and you don't know where this is going, y'all ain't been together but for so long, but you got chemistry, y'all on the phone late night, having phone sex the whole nine, you might want to hold off on that. Yo, you come over, see the real thing. But it to me is dangerous ground. I don't think it's ever a safe time to send some of them flicks until you know that this number one, you know the character of the person you're dealing with, and that takes time because everybody put on their best face up front. Everybody trying to show you their representative, and I'm a good man. I'm different than the last man you had. But until you know, till you truly know somebody, nah, I can't let this out the gate. Like if we together, that's one thing. But I'm not taking a risk that we gonna break up and you gonna have these pictures of me, and one day your phone get hacked, and now I'm in a new relationship, and my pictures is out there. My new man is looking at me like, what? Like where that come from? So nah, I don't think in 2022 I'll for dear life I wouldn't send those out. But that's my thoughts.
No, I agree. I agree. I agree with you. But I just know that the way we think, the kids don't think like that. People coming up don't think like that. It's not so taboo to have pictures out there anymore. Like if I told you how people lead with that now, like I go to my DMs and it's not hey, it's not anything. It all coincides with the lifestyle. It all coincides with the lifestyle. So you go out there, you want money, you send pictures, you get you get them on. You got to get them on the hook. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about now. Is getting them on the hook. That's the whole trick to this whole shit. Is getting them on the hook. It's not smart. It's not substance oriented. You should be worried about people seeing you when you out there looking nuts and all that kind of shit. But It's not something now like the stripper lifestyle has taken over the world. The things that people used to value are no longer things that people value. The things that people feared before are no longer the things that people feared. Fear comes from the unknown. If you know what happens when these pictures get leaked, then you cannot fear that anymore, because you know in only 2 days and somebody else's shit will be gone, or somebody else's shit will be hacked or leaked or whatever the case may be, and you'll be forgotten. But for those 2 days, you're going to live in heaven. You can't be scared of things that you know the outcome. Nobody's scared of dying if you knew what happened when you were in 6 feet deep. I don't fear. My biggest fear in life is dying, but because I don't know what's next. Am I just laying in the box? Am I going to heaven? Am I going to burn in hell? What the fuck is going on? But if I knew what was going on and I knew what the outcome was, then I wouldn't fear that shit. Do you take me today? I know what the fuck happens next. That's
Okay, so let me ask you something before I ask the next question. Is it just Rich is desensitized to this? And I ask you this because I'm going back 10 years. When you first got on reality TV, you were sick. You used to tell me, yo, Sean, I dread Tuesday morning because I don't know what I'm waking up to. Monday night, the show come on. Tuesday morning is the worst day and time of my life. So are you sure you're not just talking from a Rich Dollar's point of view, because you've had 10 years to deal with this? And no matter what happens in your life, it's like, okay, I know it'll blow over in 2 days. I'm out. Like y'all can say what you want. You can have me donkey of the day. You can do whatever you want, because I know in 2 days Kanye West is gonna do something crazy and I'm gonna be forgotten about. I get it. But for average women out there, they don't live your life. They don't for a woman out there who's trying to find a man, and the man is on the phone with her at 2, 3, 4 in the morning every night. They talking on the phone. It's going. He want pictures, and she's like, maybe I should send it because I like this dude. She don't. For her, them 2 days is nigga. Them 2 days might as well be 2 years, because if them pictures get out there, even though yes, 2 days from now, Russia gonna bomb the Ukraine and nobody gonna think about you no more. We get it, but for her, my life is ruined, and them pictures is still out there in cyberspace somewhere. So if I ever got into a damn relationship and a nigga punched my name in, this is the first thing that come up. So you sure you not just talking from a freaking and I don't mean jaded in a bad way. I'm saying you jaded because you done been through the worst. You nigga, you on TV. Okay. Anything that somebody could say about you, they've said it already. You heard it all.
And this is the remember this. 12 years, when those kids were 10, they're 22 now. So the things that I was going through 12 years ago, they watched me go through it. And they watched, and then after me, because we were one of the first, and then after that, other people went through it. So it's been 12 years of watching people go through it, to where now you know, Rich Dollars, we watched him get all that shit. And then after me, it was somebody else. And every 2 days, every day and a half, or every 45 minutes, it's somebody else. That's how you get desensitized. You don't get desensitized, because I was old enough in this thing that when it still bothers me to this day. Maybe not the social media the way it used to. I used to argue with people. I don't do that no more, because you learn and you grow, and come on, bro. I'm not arguing with all these niggas. But at the end of the day, the kids now have watched all this cycle. So now they no longer fear the cycle that we fear, because they see how this cycle works now. So now it's not the unknown anymore. They know that in 2 days. Now, I'm not saying that if you're a fireman and you leak a picture, the motherfuckers ain't gonna fire you. You a cop, you a teacher, you got an OnlyFans, you get caught, you lose your job and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about the regular person out there that's doing stuff. They no longer fear it because it's been so prevalent for so long that now it's just become common. It's become common day-to-day activity. Day-to-day activity. Yo, if you go on, I'm going to tell you something funny. If you go on Pornhub and type in actors' names, just go type in Selma Hayek and all these beautiful actors, yo, you know how many tapes and stuff is floating around out there from these people? So how could anybody fear that stuff when your idol is dealing with it? You've watched this girl, Kim Kardashian, do a sex tape. You've watched this girl. You've seen this girl and that guy and this and that. This shit is normalized now. That's what is wrong with our society, is the things that aren't supposed to be normal are now normal. They've been normalized because of social media. You can always find somebody with like views.
Hold on, Rich. Just in the interest of time, I want to switch topics because we got a question that one of the fans asked. I thought it was a dope question, right? Okay. And I love to run it by you, but I really want to get our callers in, right? So if you're on this live right now and you're looking to get into this conversation, here are the rules. They're very, very simple. Number one, you must be in a well-lit place. You must be in a well-lit place. Number two, you have to have your face in the camera. We do not talk to empty screens. Number three, make sure wherever you're at, your Wi-Fi or your cellular signal is top-notch. Please do not call and you're somewhere and you got a bad cellular signal and it's buffering and it's just wasting people's time. Number four, you must have a question. It's imperative. If you don't have a question, respectfully, if you're calling in the comment, respectfully, we will cut you off. No, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a regular to the show. Last week, we let somebody get away with it, but it will not happen again. If you don't have a question when you call in, we're going to the next because there's people who want to ask real questions. And lastly, please, if you're trying to get into the conversation, there is a plus button down below. All you got to do is hit it. It alerts us that you are requesting to get into the conversation. So look to the bottom right-hand side of your screen. There's a plus button. Hit it. Rich, this is the last question. We're going to go to callers, right?
All right.
We had a young lady hit us. She said, this is the situation. I've been dating a guy for 3 months. And anytime we're intimate, he only wants to do it anal. When we're intimate missionary, he makes me put a pillow over my face. I'm worried he's gay. What do you think? So I'm going to read that back to you. And I'm going to try to, because I know I sped through it. She said, this is the situation. I've been dating a guy for 3 months, and anytime we're intimate, he only wants to do it anal. When we are intimate missionary, he makes me put a pillow over my face. I'm worried he's gay. What do you think?
Yo, my dude, if it walk like a duck and it talk like if it quack like a duck, it's a duck, man. Like either that, yeah. I don't even know what else to say. Like if he gay. He gay. I don't even know. That was pretty easy question.
Yeah. Okay.
If he's not, then he got bigger issues. He should want to be gay, because if he's not gay, then that's some real self-loathing weird shit. You only want to do anal. Missionary, you put a pillow over the person's face so you can't see them. So now that helps you, I would imagine. Imagine that you're with somebody else. That sounds like he don't want to be there. And that sounds crazy. And that sounds gay to me.
All right, Rich. When we got this question, I love the fact that, you know, our audience is asking us these real life questions. To me, it's so dope. And and I promised her I wouldn't say her name or her handle rather. But I mean, I can't agree with you more, Rich. Like he only want to do it anal. Um, he put a pillow over your face. While you got a pillow, first and foremost, the fact that you even letting this man put a pillow over your face, you just as much a problem as he is. But if this dude only want to do it in the butt, like you got a wet slit, you got a wet, naturally moist box, like that is 2 inches next to your butt. And the fact that he is choosing to say, I'm going to skip the hole that I know is moist and warm and lubricated, and I'm gonna go out here and get some lube and lotion up your butt, and this is the only way I will hit it. And then I'm gonna put a pillow over your face to make sure that I'm imagining the nigga who live in the house next door. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this nigga is clearly thinking about Peter. He thinking about Frank. He thinking about Brock. He thinking about all of them. The one thing he ain't thinking about is Cheryl. He ain't thinking about Shirley. He's not thinking about Jocelyn. He think about that nigga he worked out with. Like so if he got a workout buddy, it's a dude in the gym he know. Like if he got a freaking sensei or karate instructor, that's who he's thinking about when he putting that pillow over your face, damn near smothering you. And here's the crazy thing. What exactly is this man telling you when he nut and pull that pillow off your face? Like, what does that conversation look like?
That's the real question. That's
real talk. You sitting there with a wet box that ain't been touched. Like, when he's done busting in your butt, do he at least, is he going down there? Is he licking? Like, is he taking care of you? Like, where this, again, I'm just a messenger. Yo, Rich, I'm just a messenger.
The real question is this. Why would you allow somebody to do that to you and make you feel like that, but yet still lay down with them in that moment? Like, sex is supposed to be that thing. But if a nigga is putting pillows over your face and smashing you in your booty hole, like that dick in a booty ass nigga, like that says more about you, the person that's allowing it. Like, you got issues as well. You need to go figure some shit out that you letting the motherfucker do this to you. You know what I'm saying? Unless this nigga is passionate.
Yo, but I just want to know, at what point did the nigga introduce this into y'all's sex life? Like, if this is the only way he want to do it, did the nigga first start hitting it regular and then be like, yo, well, I kind of just prefer it from the back. And you like turn over and give him from the back. And he's like, nah, like literally from the back. I only wanted anal. Like, at what point was that introduced into the conversation? And when did you start to say, yo, you know what? I'm going to just go with the flow, even though this nigga is tearing my behind up. Like he must be tearing her butthole to pieces if that's the only way he want to do it.
Or he's a little nigga and he's emasculated by her. So
hell no, that ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Nah. This ain't got nothing to do with that nigga. And that's a whole other thing. I pray to God he's a little nigga, because if he's blessed down there and she taking it in the butt all day, every day, come on, man.
I'm going to callers, man, because this is about to turn it out. You're about to get me taken off of Instagram.
All right, get into the callers, man.
Oh my God,
But to the young lady who wrote in, I think you should be very concerned. This is a red. It got red flags all over it. You might as well. She might as well just cut out a picture of The Rock or somebody, one of them alpha males, and put it on the cover of the pillow. And when she put the pillow over her face, he's looking down at The Rock or something because that's what he's thinking about anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let somebody in the convo, man.
I just hit somebody Polino, something Polino. Something. She ain't coming in. Laura Polino, are you in the room?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's go with I see a lot of dudes today. Come on, fellas, you know this you're not gonna get picked. Queen J. This is the second one.
Please do not hit the request button if you are not by your phone, if you're not willing to jump in the conversation.
Ball Bay. I just hit Ball Bay.
Anything with ball right now just sound a little nuts coming off that conversation. Maybe we should move on from ball.
Sorry, I did not expect to get on here.
Name and where
What
you
up,
calling from,
girl?
beloved.
Hey, so can I ask my question?
Sure.
No, what's your name and where you coming in from?
Oh, my name's Brianna. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi.
Nice to meet you, Brianna.
What's up, Jackson?
Yeah. So can I ask my question?
Shoot.
Okay, so I talked to this dude. Like we've been talking like 3 or 4 months, and so you know how you do something before you meet a person, but you regret it because when you meet them, it's preventing y'all from being together.
No, explain to me.
No.
Okay, so I had a one night stand, and the person who I ended up sleeping with happened to be his cousin. Yeah.
Okay. What's your
Oh,
question? Go ahead. What's your question?
so my question is, after he known it and he accepted it, like he said it goes against his morals, but if he's continuing talking to me and like being with me intimately, like am I wrong for still catching feelings and he continuously telling me to not and just let things be what they are, but we can never be together? Like, am I wrong for trying to move on, or should I like maybe try to stick it out and see if it'll, work out on its own?
Maybe I'm not understanding all the facts. You had a one night stand with the guy you're talking to now, his cousin. We got that part.
Yes.
The guy you're talking to now, did he say he's cool with it, or did he? I know he's still sleeping with you. Is he telling you we can never be nothing more than just sleeping together?
Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, is that what he's telling you? That like this
Yes.
ain't going nowhere. I
He
can't
tell
get over what you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So your question is, I'm sorry, Rich. I just want to make sure we getting the facts. Your question is, he's still sleeping with me, even though he's saying we can never be together.
Yes.
Should I wait it out?
Mhm.
No,
Because
Okay.
in your words, am I wrong for catching feelings? Yes, you were wrong for catching feelings.
yeah, I figured. I mean, because we're still seeing each other,
He's trying to have sex with you.
but yeah,
But what? Go ahead. But what? What you was finna bust?
because like it this was before the fact. Like we was working on being in a relationship, but when he found out, he was like, we can still see each other and do everything that we've been doing, but we can't be together. So it's like we dating, like, cause we go out in public, we go to the movies together, we go out to eat, we do everything couples do, but we cannot be together because of that fact. So it's like, do I just don't know. Like, cause things could change. A person's feelings could change. Like, what if he changed and be like, okay, I'm gonna get over the fact that that happened. Like, should I? That's what I'm saying. Like, should I stick it out and see, or should I just move on and be with somebody who actually will be with me?
Sean? You,
Okay, so here's what I would tell you. Believe him. He told you. He told you. It's not like he hid it. He told you. Believe him. Now, taking that into consideration, I believe every word that you're telling me. We're never going to be together. That puts you in a position of being empowered. I can move forward or I can be out. But here's what I wouldn't do if I'm you. I would
Mm,
not allow my feelings to come into this because there's a greater chance of your feelings getting hurt than him coming around and wifing you. Him coming around and saying, you know what? I didn't think that I can get over the fact that you had a one night stand with my cousin, and I'm ready to wife you. That it might happen. People's feelings can change, but if I'm you, I would not set myself up for the hurt. I would listen to him. I would hear him. And if you still want to go out and chill with him, that's on you. But I would keep my feelings out of it. I would do it. I would do it similar to what you did with his cousin. I'm sure your feelings wasn't in it with that one night stand. But if you thinking that I really like this dude, I would probably err on the side of caution and believe every word that this man told me. And if you don't, and your feelings are starting to grow, and he wound up walking out on you in the future, then you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself because the man did tell you.
you play the lottery?
no, I don't.
Okay, well, you should. If you think that this dude that is in such close quarters with his cousin is ever going to change his mind, because remember this: every time he see you and every time he see his cousin,
Think about
that bring back a horrible memory in that man's head.
this.
So the chances of him actually growing and saying, you know what, I can actually deal with this, you might as well go ahead and play some numbers. Make 150 mil, because I guess it's probably about the same fucking percentages.
Okay.
What'd you say your name was?
Brianna,
So Brianna, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, so you're a young woman. I don't know when you had this one night stand,
Four
but
years ago,
okay. But here's the deal, right? You need to learn from it
I
because
have.
this is this no, but just not just with one night stands, about doing things that you can and probably will regret in the future. You have to think through your actions, especially when you're dealing with men in relationships. Men have egos, period. And a man, I don't care, and this proves my freaking point that I was fighting you on earlier, because everybody is not the same out there. She's a young woman. Everybody is men have egos. And a man, just like Rich just said, it's hard enough for a man to get over whoever you used to sleep with or however many people you used to sleep with. But it's almost impossible for a man to get over you used to sleep with my family. And if his feelings somehow come into it, he's going to fight that. And he's going to treat you bad because now he's developing feelings. So you probably are better moving on. But what I'm really trying to say, Brianna, just learn from this. Look how this thing came back and bit you in the butt 4 years later. You wasn't thinking about this man 4 years ago, and now you like him, and you messed up your chances of being with somebody who you like for a poor decision you made. So anytime you make a decision to drop your drawers, send a picture, send a nude shot, think about this and how it could later come back. Like one bad decision, it's affecting your life now. So just remember the lesson you learned here, all right?
Hmm.
All right,
But I would
then.
keep my feelings. I think you're wrong to put your feelings in it. Listen to him, hear him, He told you. If you choose to put your feelings in it and you get hurt, it's not him, it's you.
How long you slept with his cousin 4 years ago? How long you been messing with him?
4 months.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's
And let's not get it twisted, Rich. Let's not get it twisted, Brandon, because you looking at it like, yo, we've been sleeping together for 4 months. You giving up the box. A nigga hit it. A dude will hit it for sure. But taking you serious and wifing you, that's a whole different story. So do not look at this like, oh, we've been together for 4 months. He take me out in public. We go to eat. We go to the movies, this, that, and the third. A dude wifing you is in his head, I'll do all them things with you. And it might feel like it's the real deal. It might feel like I'm wifing you. But I'm not wifing. You're not my girl. Don't even get it twisted. So don't misconstrue the fact that y'all are having sex on the regular and he's still willing to sleep with you after you giving him the box. Why wouldn't he take it? But it's a harder thing for him to put his feelings into it. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that, but it's just what it is.
Now get back to work before you get in trouble.
All right, thank you.
All right, baby. That goddamn SB is in the building.
Yeah, SB gonna get in, even if she don't get in the conversation. She just got a shout out just now. SB, what up? SB working the system, man. We letting you in, SB.
This thing keep coming in, but yet I don't know. This is weird. Let's do Burn 39. B Holloway. What's up, beloved?
Hello.
Name and where you calling from?
Hey, Rich, how are you?
What's your name?
Hi,
And where you
I'm
calling
Storm.
from?
My name is Bernice. I'm calling from Philly,
What's up, Bernie?
Philadelphia. Hello. I was in and out of your conversation, but were y'all talking about one night stand? Is that what y'all talking about?
Nah, but what's your question though? What's your question?
All right, so I have a question. So I was just with my cousin and my other cousin, and they were looking for a house. So they had a realtor guy that was there. And I came in, and I know a little bit about real estate. So I asked the realtor guy that was there, did he have his rental suitability license, or did he have his license to rent to my cousin and I? So he shook his head, scratched his head. He said, yeah. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'm in my car, so excuse the light. I'm trying to get some light for y'all. So he said, fine. So he came out, and he just like pointed directly in my face and was like, you are the cause of me not allowing your family members to move into their house. And I'm like, how am I the cause? Because I asked you a question. So he said, well, if I was a white man, would you have asked the white man this question? And then I'm looking at this brother like, what do they have to do with me asking you this question? So was I wrong? That's my question to you guys. Was I wrong for asking? Because I do feel like I feel bad because now they had to go to a hotel because this guy won't let them rent. They signed the lease. They signed the lease for 18 months. But now this guy is saying he don't want them to move in the house.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask,
Yes.
have you ever, is this your first time on our show?
No, I've been here before. I was the one that was talking about my husband going to Vegas, and Rich was like, "It's a done deal."
But you know the show. You know this ain't no real estate show.
No, but I'm asking you guys, was I wrong for saying something? Was I wrong for questioning this man, or did I mess up his ego by asking him those questions?
I think you wrong for asking this question on this show. But if
Why you think I'm wrong?
Because this is the wrong show. My name ain't MG the mortgage guy. I don't know nothing about real estate.
Y'all seem like y'all very intelligent guys. So this is why
I know, but this is a relationship. Okay, okay. The
All right,
question
so all
is
right now.
to answer your
Okay, then let me
question.
answer this.
No, to answer your question, you wasn't wrong, but this is the
Okay.
wrong show. Yeah, we take relationship questions. We don't do real estate questions.
Bernice, Bernice,
Yes.
why
Can you
is
hear
you
us?
why is you in
Okay.
that interrogation
Okay, I
room?
can hear you now. Huh?
Why is you in that interrogation room? We
Why did
can't
I
hear
go
you.
into the interrogation room?
Yeah, never mind. Bye, Bernice.
I couldn't
Bernice, you
hear you.
wasn't wrong. You were not wrong. That's what it comes down to. You weren't wrong.
That was a weird flex.
Yeah, I think
LaDonna Farah. LaDonna Farah. LaDonna Farah. So no, I guess not. Queen J. Queen J. Queen J. If y'all have a question, send them in now. Or if you want to get on live, send them in now. Queen J. I don't know why I'm having problems with these people. Janae Velez Mata. Janae Velez Mata. Yep, there's another one. Antoinette Gall. Antoinette Gall. Oh, okay. Who is this?
Oh, hi.
What's up? What's your name and where you calling from, love?
I am Antoinette. I'm calling from Charleston, South Carolina, New Jersey. You guys know me from the 25.
yeah, you remember.
I
Yeah,
love.
Antoinette, you're smoking cigarettes.
I'm
Yeah,
baking,
yeah.
having a little cocktail.
Oh my
I
goodness.
do. And
Yeah, what's your question, girl?
okay, I have a couple. Number one, tomorrow I am supposed to spend the day with my ex, which was only supposed to be like maybe a little beach day, some stuff. And at the end of our conversation, he mentioned some crazy shit like sex. So, my question is, I have a couple, but do I say, all right, call off tomorrow? Because I did tell him, don't go there. We're not going there. It's not that type of, you know, we're going to spend the day together and have a good day. But no, I'm not that 5 o'clock or 9 o'clock girl that you guys talked about a few weeks ago, you know, that is going to put out that booty. No, I'm not doing that. So that is my first question. Do I just cancel the whole
What's
day?
your second question? And ask it quick.
Okay, my second question was about getting back into the dating scene at 58. And like, I'm not an online dating person. So where do you go at 58 years old? Where do you start in COVID? And then I got a question for you, Sean, because you are too private.
Okay.
So,
The first part of this, the first answer to this is if you're not trying to if you're not trying to be intimate with your ex, you know, don't go.
okay.
If that's what he wants, if that's where he wants to go, and I remember our conversation very well. Your ex has a drinking problem, all of that stuff. Don't go if this is what it's really about for him. Where does a girl go at 58 year old to find a man? I don't know. Go to church. Go seriously. Go to church. Go to our time. I know you said you don't do the online thing, but maybe you should start. Maybe you know our what is it called? Our time is for 50-year-olds and plus online dating service. So it's different than Tinder or any of them other joints. Like
Our time?
our time.
Okay, I never heard of that. Okay.
So look it up. But it's online, but it's geared toward older people who are serious about relationships and they're not just trying to hook up.
Oh,
Rich, you got anything different?
no.
No, I don't.
Okay, Antoinette. What's your next question? And we going on to the next.
All right. I got to ask you, Sean, quick 2 questions. Number 1, why can I not find out how old you are anywhere I look? And number 2, are you single?
Well, you feels like you stalking me.
I
So
am.
so
Sean, am I stalking you? We're
I
both.
don't know. I don't know, but I'm damn sure. Huh?
I am not
Re-
a girl.
uh,
I'm
She
just.
just-
I was looking up your Wikipedia. It doesn't have. Stop it, Rich. It doesn't have anything about. I'm just asking because.
I'm gonna ask, just in the interest of time. I'll answer that next week. How about that? But I think everybody know I'm not single. So cross that out. Let's go to the
Okay.
next. See you later, Antoinette.
Sean, Rich, you ain't right.
Antoinette, stop coming in here trying to shoot your shot at Sean.
Stop it.
You're trying to shoot your shot. Yo, Brian. Antoinette trying to shoot a shot. Oh my God, you can't get no better than this. All right, Janae Velez Mata. Oh man, that's a good one. Y'all too much for me.
Shout out to my girl Antoinette though. She's a very nice woman.
Yo, there's a lot of dudes in here. Ah, God, I'm almost.
You wanna let one of them in? I mean we don't never let them in. See this.
I can
I
feel
hope
like
they don't disappoint us.
Hi, my name is Kim, Black Letters.
No, I'm just not you, Kim. I'm just saying there's a lot of dudes in that box where we pick a person.
Like, what the hell?
No, not Kim.
Well,
I
I'm
know. I
Kim,
saw your name.
California.
What's up, Kim from Cali?
All right. Now I got a situation. I'm in a relationship with this dumbass nigga right now. He's a dumbass nigga because we've been together almost 3 years, talking about getting married next year. Okay? But yet this nigga got 3 baby mamas, 6 kids. The second baby mama.
Nigga named Peter Guns? No.
But this motherfucker, let me tell you about this motherfucker. He keep telling me that he ain't fucking with her, right? But yet, nigga, she all in your text messages talking about, oh, you gotta talking about, I want to do this and I want to do that. I'm like, so what the fuck she in your shit for if you're not fucking with the bitch? Nigga, don't have me take your head off. You know what I'm saying? Am I wrong for feeling the way I'm feeling? You over here, we live together. Like, for real, this is what we doing? Because I'm about to take your whole existence.
Well, don't
Like,
take his whole existence.
he damn near 52 years old with the bullshit. I'm 46. Like, come on, do better
Understood.
Okay, so what is your question?
for your ass.
What's your question?
Like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? Should I knock his whole nugget off, or should I just let it go? It's been almost 3 years. Like, really? And it's been since September that I've been going through.
And then he going back and forth with his baby mama?
Right, but he lying, talking about he ain't fucking with her. Period.
Okay, what make you think he messing with her?
I didn't see in the text messages.
Okay, just go slow. Just tell us, like what are the text messages saying?
So there was one instance where he went over to her house, and you know what I'm saying? She clearly said that he kicked her out the bed and was battling two females against her. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is you doing? Hold on, you in this bitch bed?
No, just give her just so we can answer properly. Just tell us what the text
Like,
message said. That's it.
nigga, or you know what I'm saying? Try to work it out.
Okay, Rich, you want to take this or you want me to go?
I mean, yo, listen. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be serious. I want, as much as I want to crack jokes right now because you're hilarious. Don't take his head off because that will put you in a bad place. You don't want to be in that place.
Right, and I'm
But
trying.
secondly, if the nigga is if he's really out here and he's playing and he's having a relationship and you're seeing text messages, what more do you need to see?
You're
If
right.
you're seeing text messages that are telling you what you already need to see, then what are we talking about right now?
Right.
Like
So
it's no
okay,
longer speculation. If you're seeing it with your own eyes, then shouldn't you be believing what you're seeing?
absolutely.
And you knowing that he's doing something based on the text message, you can see both sides of the text message, and you can see the conversation. If you see the conversation is going there, and he can't justify it because there's no justification for it, then what are we talking about right now? Like, what are we talking about? Because you're only setting yourself up for failure.
For failure.
If he ain't being right now, he's doing what he's doing right now with his baby moms. Why do you think that it's gonna be any different next year if in fact y'all even do walk down the aisle? You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Especially if you know about it. If you know about it.
From a male's point, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, from a male point of view, he's trying to have his cake and eat it too.
Right.
Bottom line. And if you allow him to do that, then don't be mad at him for doing that.
Right. Be mad at my damn self.
Because you see the information, you see the text messages, you see what's going on. So the next move is yours.
Yeah.
The next move is yours.
Nigga gonna walk in here tonight and his shit gonna be on the porch. It's
well,
good.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well, here's what I would tell you, right? And I'll make it as quick as I can. If his stuff is going to be on the porch, like, don't pull a gun and don't be ready to shoot. Just let me speak. Let me speak. Don't pull a gun and not be ready to shoot. A mistake that women make far too often is y'all give the threats. Y'all want to throw a nigga clothes out the window, burn his clothes up, do all of this, and then you take him back 3 weeks later. Just hear me out. Rich done already told you how I feel, so I don't need to regurgitate what Rich said. But what you need to do between now and the time that man walk in the door is ask yourself, what am I prepared to do? Am I prepared to leave him for real? Because if not, don't say a word. Walk down the aisle next year and just know this nigga been cheating on you the whole time. But just know he probably 9 times out of 10, based on what you told us, and your feelings was in this, so it was hard to really hear the text. But based on what the little bit that you told us that was factual and not your feelings, it does sound like he cheating. You just need to figure out, what am I prepared to do now? Because it don't make no sense for you going upside this man's head and then take him back 2 weeks from now. Right. So make a decision between now and when he walk in the door.
Thank you. All right.
All right. You have a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye, girl. Later, Kim.
All right.
Kim said she gonna take a nigga head off.
Yeah, she was pissed. I was trying to, like, just see if it was, to give her real advice. I needed to hear them texts. It could have been something that maybe she felt that he was cheating, but he really wasn't. But it sounded like, based off what she told us, he really was cheating.
I tried to let in Danielle Jackson.
Hold on. Somebody there, Rich. Hold on.
Then how do you see him, but I can't see him?
Yeah.
They coming in?
Nah, Nah, X them out. They there right now, but you got to X them out because it's a black screen.
Oh, all right. So cancel Danielle. All right. Is it still there? Or did I
Nah,
exit?
let somebody else. You X them out. Let somebody else in.
All right. Um. Shauna Payton. Let's see if Shauna Payton. Shauna Payton, are you still in the room? The request just popped in. She declined. So why would you send a request and decline? Sheila Dorch. That name sounds familiar.
Can we just get SB in the conversation, please? SB always gonna come with good questions or good conversation.
So
Okay, somebody here, Rich.
Sheila. Oh my God. We got to figure this out. All right. The go-to girl.
SB, come correct.
Hey y'all.
Come
How's
correct,
it
SB.
going?
Making her a weekly appearance on the Boys Club.
Happy hump day.
Where you at,
So
SB?
I'm in the hair salon. Y'all see I'm looking crazy. I'm about to get my hair did.
Yo, you dedicated for real. Didn't we
What
tell
you
you to
mean?
keep that natural?
But it's gonna be natural.
All right, we'll see.
It's
But
just not
Gad,
gonna
what's your
look it's just
question,
not gonna
girl?
look crazy. So my question is, do you think smoking marijuana can affect a woman's chances of getting wife? Do you think that in men's mind when they see a woman who smokes marijuana as a negative? Whether they smoke or not, I think that maybe sometimes dudes just don't think that a woman smoking is attractive. Like no matter how, she may spray herself down and wash her mouth out with Listerine, just their woman smoking is, a red flag.
I'm not a smoker, so I hate anybody who smokes.
You hate people that smoke?
I don't like smoke. I don't like the way the shit smell in your hair. I don't like the way the shit smell in your clothes. I don't like the way the shit smell in my bed. I don't like the way the shit smell in my house. I hate smokers.
Right,
I don't go to
right.
cigar bars. I smoke hookah. That's it. But I don't go to cigar bars. I don't smoke weed. I don't. So no, for a woman, for me, a woman, any kind of woman that smoke anything for me is a no go.
Understood. Well, that's another reason why I always get my hair done, because I don't like the smell of the smoke in my hair either. So I make sure I wash my hair very frequent. But, like I said, that could be a negative for some guys. So I just wanted to ask, like, to a man, is that really like a deal breaker, smoking?
To some men it is. Obviously, to Rich
Because
it
here's
is.
the thing. I've been around dudes that don't even know that I smoke until they physically see me smoking. Like, you won't walk up on me and smell smoke on me. Like, somebody will see me smoking after a while and be like, yo, you smoke? I didn't even know that. So,
Now, again, some men, it's to each his own. Like, I probably wouldn't. I mean, we're in 2022. It seemed like everybody smoked. Like it ain't taboo the way it used to be. I really don't think that people care like that. That's just. I mean, I know a lot of girls who don't smoke whatsoever, but they man get high, and for them it don't matter, and they good women. So it just depends on the dude. I wouldn't overthink it. I mean, you ain't gonna get Rich Dollars, so you could cross him off your list. Rich just already let you know what it is.
oh, Lord. Yeah, he hate women that smoke. He hate people that smoke. Pardon me.
Listen, hey, baby, he definitely hate women who smoke. So you might as well cross Rich off your list.
Look,
It don't matter how many times you get the hair washed and all that, SB. Rich ain't going for it.
Sean is clearly doing this because Antoinette came in here.
look, darn.
It was literally shooting her shot.
Nah, I like my girl Antoinette. All right, SB.
All
You
right,
always
SB.
come
You
with good
too.
stuff.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Exactly, right? See you next week. All right, so now here we go. There's a lot of dudes.
Just see what one of these dudes got to say. Just be prepared to X them out quick if they If they come on with some craziness, just X them out.
Somebody coming in? Can you see somebody?
No.
All right. So let's go to. All right, man. We're gonna give Chief Miho. Here we go. What's up, homie?
Mike,
Yo, Prez,
you
what up?
gotta be freaking kidding me. We're good, Mike. Mike, what
Yo,
up?
Rich, what up?
I can't even see you, bro. You in the.
Come on, Rich, me and you go way back, son.
I can't see you. Oh shit. Well, of all the people that I I swear to God.
Yo, Fat Mike, what up? Just go ahead with your question, Mike.
Yo, I was listening to your conversation earlier about, niggas going in the butt and all that. I'm that nigga. You know what I'm saying? My
What?
question, yeah, yo, dude, if she want to
Go
get it done,
ahead.
I'm going to get it done. My question is, it's not taboo anymore because chicks nowadays are more of the man than the man when he was man. You understand? Chicks are taking over the role of men. So chicks are coming straight out and telling you what they want before you even ask.
Okay,
So,
I'm so lost. I'm lost. What does this have to do with anal?
yo, like you said, you don't know where it begins. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
How it comes up. Chicks, in the beginning when you start courting these chicks, they tell you what they want. They tell you what they don't do. They straight up. They're the dudes of of 2022. And it's been like that for a minute. Chicks don't give a shit. They're straight up and they let you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to
Okay, so let me just make sure I'm understanding because I don't hear a question in this, and because of that, we're about to X you out.
Okay,
But
no
but
doubt.
but I'm just intrigued right now. The question that the woman asked earlier was her man only want to do it in the butt, not sometimes.
Oh,
He
okay. I
only. Are
missed that.
you saying you're that dude who only want to do it in the butt?
No, I'm not that only dude. No. Okay, no. X me out because I missed that point of the thing.
Mike, you are
Love
the
you.
exact reason we do not let men in the conversation.
Yo,
Okay.
I can't make this shit up, bro. I cannot. I cannot.
Mike just prevented men. If you are a man, do not even think about coming in this conversation.
Monet Tejada. Monet Tejada. That sounds like Mary's character on Power. Monet, can you turn the lights on, please?
All right, Rich, we're about to end this because my patience is wearing so thin.
Yours and mine both. LaDonna Farah. We'll try with LaDonna Farah and we'll call it a day. Call it a day. Let's try one more, Sean. I hate when at the end of the night. Okay, let's try Karen Sanchez. Karen Sanchez. Are you in the room, Karen
That sounds like
Sanchez?
somebody with some sense. Karen Sanchez sounds like somebody who got some sense. Hey, Karen, you've got to be freaking kidding me.
Listen, okay, with Janae Velez Nata. She got a whole family picture up here, so she got to have a good question. All right, Sean, something's going on here.
All right, somebody came in, Rich.
Okay, there they go. Who is this? Hello? All right, we got to let you go, beloved.
You got an X out on your side.
Are they gone?
Yeah.
All right.
Ladies, please only hit the request button if you're serious about coming in. Like, y'all taking the fun out of this for me even doing it. You know, just to be honest, like, they messing up my spirit right now.
Yep. This is the last one, bro. If we don't get one, we'll try this again next week. We have to figure out. We got to figure this out, Sean.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
like.
know if we have to start taking 3 or 4 people a week. We have to like if you want to. As a matter of fact, you know what? Y'all DM us with a question, and then we'll accept that person. Like, I think we should just start having people that we know coming in. Like, we know we got to do 3 or 4 people a week. Like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be a better way, man.
I think we should just bring SB in. We know. Call it a day. She the only one. Yeah, man. Like, this is crazy. Man, it's messing up my whole spirit. But we got to figure this out.
Yep. And everybody's unable to join. So I don't know if it's the phone. I don't know what's going on, honestly.
Yeah, you sure it ain't on your side?
Huh?
You sure it's not on your side?
I mean, the ones that are coming in, so.
Like, so it's like, oh my, what do y'all think?
We can't hear you. We can't. You in a bad area. Hello? Hello?
Hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Is it freezing?
Go ahead now. Stop where you are. Just stop where you are. Ask your question.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull over in Walgreens parking lot then. Okay, what do y'all think about men and boundaries? Like, what do y'all think about men who, like, when you first meet them, like, they show you where they live, they tell you how much they make. Like, what do y'all think about men and boundaries? Should men have boundaries just like women? Like, you know how women have boundaries, like, they won't have sex for like 90 days or whatever. Like, do y'all believe that men should have boundaries? Why are you scratching your head, Rich? You don't like the question?
I mean, go ahead, Sean.
I don't really understand the question. I really don't.
What are some boundaries that men should have when they first meet a woman?
I don't think you should. You a better person to answer that than we are. As a woman, you should be saying what boundaries a man should have.
For themselves?
I don't really understand your question. I'm sorry. Rich, maybe you do. I don't really understand this.
I don't know, beloved. I promise you, I can't even answer that question. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, when you first meet a woman, you're gonna let her come to your house where you live at when you first meet her, like the first time meeting her?
Can you rephrase your question? Like maybe it's a better way to ask what you're trying to ask, because I just
Like, what boundaries, I don't know no other way to ask it, what boundaries should a man have in place when they first meet a woman? Like, what things should they not allow a woman to see? Like, when you first meet a woman, right? Let's say you meet someone, you're out, you meet this lady. So you're talking to this lady, you're getting to know this person. Are you going to let her come to your house the first day that you meet her?
Why
You're going
are
to let
you
her know
asking
where you
this?
at?
Why are you asking this? Maybe let's start there. Why are you asking this?
I'm just
Why?
curious because okay, so I met somebody and they don't have, for women, I think we have boundaries. Like, you're not just gonna fuck somebody the first night that you meet them. You're not just gonna allow a
Rich?
man that you just met to come around your kids, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm asking, like, that's for a woman. Like, what boundaries as a man, as soon as you get how much money you make, like, are red flags?
Rich, we can't even hear you. Lord have mercy.
She keep breaking up, bro. Her phone is the worst.
Yeah. I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't get her name, where she was calling from, but your phone was really, really bad, so it's very hard to hear you. So, and on
Janine,
top of it, I didn't understand that question. But Rich, for the
Janine,
sake of
come
my,
save the day.
I don't.
oh Lord,
I don't want to be
thank the
on.
Save
No,
Lord.
the
no.
day.
This is quick. I don't want to be on. There's questions in your box. My question was in the question thing, so you could just answer it there. I don't want to be on. But hi, guys. There's good questions.
Ask the question. You're here now. Just ask it.
Because you was ignoring the message that
But
this
go ahead.
question.
Let's hear the question.
My question was in regards to a post that was out earlier. It was basically saying, it was actually for married women, and it was stating that most married women think that what their husband wants is like clean houses and domestic stuff. What they really want is a freak in the bed. And I was in the thought that still men wanted a respectable. They don't want their wife to be that woman either. They still want you to have some kind of respect for yourself. So I was asking, as men, do you think that men do want that freak in the bed aspect? When it's your wife, do you still expect her to have some kind of boundaries? Or like you mentioned, sexy pictures, like there's still just things that you don't do because it's not respectable. And that was my question. Feel free to answer it while I'm on.
Go ahead, Rich.
I don't think, to me, if we to that point where we are in a serious relationship, I think you should get rid of all inhibitions. That's just me. I don't think you should have any inhibitions as it pertains to me. If we're to that point of our relationship to where we both feel uber comfortable with one another, and like we've already beyond the point of like representatives and getting to know one another, like the real me and I know the real you, and we in a real relationship. Of course, I'm always with a clean house, but I'm gonna clean my own house and do what I have to do and do my part for that. But as far as the sexual part, I don't want no inhibitions if we in a real relationship and we serious about each other. And I don't think you should have any inhibitions. I think you should feel comfortable with me. That says more about how you feel about me than it does about anything else.
No, like how they. I can't think of any examples. Nor will I give any. Can you see me? Can you still see me?
Yep.
But let's just say there's some things that people consider degrading, or like the girl who had a pillow on her face. No shade, but not that that's something your husband would want. But just period, things that are just not considered respectable. Whether it's, I guess I don't want to give examples, but something that may be considered only the loose women do, or women who don't respect themselves do, whatever that may be. And then your wife is now doing it. So whatever's considered
booty.
Fine, let's use that. Whatever. Like I said, I have no examples, but whatever the example may be that you would see if a girl was doing it that you were dating, you'd be like, you would look down on her. So now here she is, your wife, or it's a totally different woman. She never did this before, but now this is your wife, and you're like, she's doing that thing that I don't want to use any, the hoe did. I don't want to be disrespectful, but whatever it may be, whatever you look at and go, that's not somebody you'd want a wife. Now she's your wife, and she's doing that same thing. Is that considered, is it now she's a freak in the bed and this is my wife, so it's okay? Or is it that's something that respectable and just, and I don't have any.
Are we talking about a chick you just smashing or your
this
wife?
is your wife. So let's just say you meet
Like
she's
go
respectable.
ahead.
She's respectable.
Mm-hmm.
You've been dating her for a while, you love her. She's your wife now. nothing. But now as your wife, you want a freak in the bed. The post was saying she was a woman who does like marital advice. And she was like, listen, I'm saving some marriages right now. A lot of women think that, you know, you're supposed to be a freak in the bed. That's what your husband wants, to be the full on freak. And I was just kind of like, you know, it's a fair point, but I'm asking two men, is that accurate? Like, you want your wife to be as freaky as the chicks that you may dog out in your youth, you know, or is that something that there's boundaries you still expect your wife to have? She's a respectable woman. She won't do X, Y, or Z. Or do you want the full freak that you could find in the strip club or wherever else you may find them?
Okay, let's start here, Janine, because this is relatively easy, right?
Okay, thank you.
You know what you don't do,
Yeah.
your man will find another woman who will be more than willing to do it. So let's start there.
Okay, but he's
So,
married. Remember, this is the context of a married relationship.
okay, and,
But go
and
ahead.
and you don't think married men are going out there trying to get the sexual gratification that they are not getting at home because their women are sitting there thinking about this question and they won't let the freak loose. So they sitting there contemplating exactly what you're contemplating. Meanwhile, they're giving out the same tired, mundane butt that they've been giving for the last however many years. They ain't switched it up. And this nigga sitting around like, yo, I have seen this every which way from Sunday. And I'm asking you and let me start there. Especially if first off, let me start here. I agree with Rich. I don't think in a married relationship you should. But it's not just inhibitions with sex. That's your life partner.
But but look, you're missing the question. I'm not speaking of the woman and what she's not willing to do. I'm asking as the man.
That's what I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to answer that part of the question. So overall, I think that you should be you in the relationship. Like it's not just about sex. But if you're asking about sex specifically, a man is not going to look at you differently because you want to try something new or do things that he sees women in the porn that he's sneaking and watching behind your back, dude, wishing that was him anyway. Okay. At the end of the day, like, nah, a dude want to be satisfied. Okay. He want his woman to bring whatever she's willing to bring to the table. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you this, and then I'll pass it back to Rich. You know what a nigga hate? A nigga hate that chick who always putting roadblocks. No. He telling you what he want. Oh, I don't do that. Good girls don't do. Okay. Let him hear that. Let him hear that one time too many. And you know what he gonna do? He gonna go find it anyway. So while you worried about him looking at you different because you doing something freaky, what you should be worried about is if I'm not bringing the freak to the table and I know this is what my man want, is he going to go out there and find it? Because what you don't do, it's another woman out there who's going to be more than happy to do it. And that's just real.
Okay.
Rich, your thoughts?
No, I agree. I agree that if a man is definitely going to go out there and find it, and he wants a freak. I mean, he wants somebody with no inhibitions. But I will always reserve the right to be like, don't be too good.
Meaning, don't be too good as in too much of a goody two shoe, or don't be too good at being a freak.
Don't be too good at being a freak.
But that's
what does that mean? Hold on, Janine. What does that mean to you, Rich?
That means that I want somebody who wants to try everything with me. But if you're amazing at everything, lets me know that you've been trying all that shit and practicing all that shit with all the niggas before me.
But can I just add this one question to it? It's actually something I saw in your question, so I don't want to steal this girl's question, but it made me. So she had asked, "Is threesomes something that what did she ask? How she put it was like, does it hurt or help a relationship kind of thing, or will it hurt? I forgot how she worded it, but let's use that, hurt. Right? What you say?
Hurt.
So let's use that as an example then.
I've never
That's not the best
heard of a threesome that works good long term. It always goes left at some point.
Well, yeah, I agree with you there. But I'm just saying that's an example of, according to what Prez is saying, let out all the freak. Let's just say your husband wants, and this is totally hypothetical, please, this is literally me just going off for the questions. But if a man wants a threesome, let's say your husband wants a threesome, that's the full freak. He can get that out in the street. So Prez, to what Rich just said, that doesn't work. And then going what you just said, Prez.
No, you're taking your question out of context. This is your question.
Right.
You said, hold up. You said, should you let the full freak, the woman? So it's if a woman wants to, hold on, if a woman wants the threesome, that's really comes down to, right? So you're saying if a woman wants a threesome, should she hold back? Because if she told her man, I want a threesome, is he looking at me sideways? And what I am telling that's so don't,
that's kind of what it would be.
Don't mix up your own question.
Yes, I will rephrase. Go ahead. I don't want to go back and forth. Go ahead.
Okay, I still stand by what I said. I wouldn't hold it back. Because the worst that can happen to you is your man says just what Rich just said. Yo, this always goes bad. So let's refrain from it. Let's not do it. This is if you have a mature man and you're in a monogamous, loving relationship. But having those desires and being scared to bring it to the table, number one, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. Number two, I think you're doing your relationship a disservice. I don't think a man, because you say I want a threesome, I want it in the butt, I want whatever you might say you want. I want to do it outside. Whatever that's your husband. If there's anybody who you should be able to express all sides of yourself to, it should be him. Now, your man, your husband could say, I'm not with that. You got to eat it. Just like on the reverse, right? Your husband should be able to say, yo, I want a threesome. Like, I've always wanted a threesome, this, that, and the third. I love you, only you, this, that, and the third. And his wife should be able to be like, yo, you know what? It never goes well. So I'm willing to do I'm willing to do whatever. If you need me to come in here and wear wigs and do something and me change up my look, I'll do all of that. But I'm not comfortable bringing somebody into the relationship. You shouldn't be mad at him because this is what he wants. He's expressing to you what he wants instead of just going outside and getting it. But looking at him sideways because this is what he wants, I think that's a mistake. And I think that if a woman is expressing something that she wants and a man is looking at her sideways just because she's not saying I'm doing it, or even if we're talking about threesomes, take that out the picture. Right. If you're doing all kinds of stuff, you want a nigga to nut in your face, whatever it might be, go for it. Like that's your husband.
Okay.
And I don't think your husband will be looking to answer your original question.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think your husband will look at you different. Actually, I think that your husband will be very excited. It keeps the relation. It keeps. Yo, Janine, you're married.
Yeah, this wasn't
right. You've been with your. I know. Just hear me out. I get it. It's for your friend. I know. No. I get it. Janine. Okay, just come on. Let me finish what I'm saying. Look. We know it's for your friend, but the bottom line is you've been with your man for a very long time before y'all even got married, and that's only yes, and that's where I was trying to go.
Right.
You know, like I know, I don't care how sexually aggressive the relationship starts off. At some point, it's like. Real life happens. I have kids. We work and we're tired. Age. We don't have time to do it the way we used to.
Right.
all of that real life stuff comes into effect.
Right.
So it is important for people who are in long-term relationships
To spice it up.
to continue to do things to spice it up. That's actually important, especially, and I'm only saying you, and I don't mean it in funny, trying to be funny, but you've been with your man forever. We know that. Like you know, when real life kicks in,
Yeah.
whereas we might have been doing it 2 times a day every day. Now we're lucky if we do it 2 times a week.
Right.
Like you, so it's important, and I don't think that your man would look at you sideways at all. Real talk.
Okay.
But Rich, do you say different?
Nope. All I say is always
Don't be
remember,
too good.
2 girls is a threesome, 2 niggas is a train.
I'm done. Yes, got you. I just was using her question because it's in there and it was a good one, so I was just adding that. But yes, thank you guys. That's it. Appreciate
Later,
it.
Janine.
All right, bye guys.
Tell him we said what up.
I will do. This is not about him or me, Praise. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Ahmad, what up? I hope he's watching this. Ahmad is like, yo, what you been holding back on me? What you want to do that you ain't telling me? Shout to J9.
J9 Esquire.
Cause you know right now, Ahmad, he saw her go live and he was like, huh? Janine live? And he had his conversation. All right, Rich, let's get out of here. Like, thank you, Janine, for saving. I was so sick of all of the. Please, y'all, Rich, I'm gonna close it out like this. If you don't have a intelligent, real question, please do not hit that request button. Save it for somebody who is trying to get in on the conversation and really wants real answers from a man's point of view. Tonight, you know, I don't know. I'm disappointed in a lot of the women who hit that request button. Don't hit that button unless you are 100% serious about joining this conversation. Again, we're the Boys Club, Rich Dollar, Sean Prez, every Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us. That is our locked in time. From time to time during the week, we do pop-ups. So always look for us because we could just pop up on live at any given time.
And speaking about that right there, what you just said, we do 7:30, right? So now here we are, 9:41. We had 290 people in the room just 2 minutes ago. I almost feel like we should start at 8 o'clock, Sean.
Here's what I think. I don't think it's about time per se. And if y'all think we should start later, DM us. Let us know. We'll do what y'all want, right? I just think the longer we're on, people just catch us. The more we're letting callers in, people are seeing, oh, Janine's on. Let me go see what Janine talking about. So I don't know if it's about us starting earlier or later, but if y'all think 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the right time for us, I'm all with it. Just DM us. Just DM us. Let us know.
I bet. So, yo, again, like Sean just said, thank you all for coming out. Today wasn't the best day, but it was a day. So we were here. See y'all next week. We do it again. You know what I mean? Like, we've had great questions, and today wasn't that day. So next week we try it again. We have a conversation, and we see where it takes us.
All right. One love, y'all.
All right, y'all.